this is the chapter 12 of NCERT book of class 10 mathematics. And here we will try to cover the volume and surface area of any geometrical shapes. You might have seen many shapes in the nature. Let us take it one by one. So this is a circle and it can also represent a sphere. And in the sphere, actually, it's a three-dimensional shape. So here, in all the shapes and area, we will consider the three dimensions. So, for example, a cube could be represented like this. So maybe its side is a meter, a meter, a meter, a meter, a meter. So this is a cube. Similarly, we can define a cylinder also. So this is kind of cylinder whose height is h and whose base area is in the form of a circle. So there could be many other shapes like cones also. So we will study about all these shapes in this video. Okay, so let us just take it one by one. You might have read about all those formulas, but let me just review that formula for you. And then one thing you will always notice that we are using pi, which is basically around 3.1416 or something like that. Okay, so before we go further, I would again like to tell you about pi. What is pi? If someone asks you, okay, what is pi, then this is one of the most fundamental things in mathematics which you should know. So my effort is that I should be able to explain it in a very simple way, very simple way. Okay, so let us just consider a circle. Okay, this is a circle and obviously circle has a center. So center is here, and then there is a periphery of the circle which is equidistant from its center. So that is the basic definition of a circle. Okay, so if the radius of the circle is r, and let us just represent the center, which is a point, but with O, then irrespective of any shape or any size of this circle, it could be very small, it could be very big, like sun or earth also, although earth is not a perfect sphere, but we can just take the example, because most of the planets and stars are in the form of sphere, not a very perfect sphere. Okay, so it was seen that whenever we measure the length of the circumference, for example, if we measure its length, okay, its measurement, let us say it is 314 meter. Okay, and then we measure its diameter. Diameter is what? Diameter is 2 times radius. That is diameter. So let us denote it by d. And when we will measure it, let us say it is 100. I have intentionally given these two figures. So pi, definition of pi is ratio of circumference divided by its diameter. Okay, so in this case, circumference, which is this one, is around 314 meter, and the diameter is 100. So how much we get? 3.14. And whether you measure it, this ratio in this circle or any circle, you must be knowing that all the circles are similar. If you have not seen my video, you can also go and see where I described similarity, okay, of a shape. Okay, there are conditions which should be fulfilled for that. Okay, so now that we have seen pi, let us just take one more example. In the angle also, you might have seen pi is used. For example, what you might have seen that pi in terms of angle is equal to 180 degree. Why is it so? So I would just like to explain it a little bit. Let us assume that this is a circle, and then you may, and maybe this is the radius, you may be knowing that the full circle is 360 degree, isn't it? If we measure the full angle. Why? Because you see, this is 180 degree, this is 90 degree. So similarly, the whole rotation will be equal to 360 degree. Okay, and then what we do, we can always take a segment of this circle. Okay, for example, this is a segment of a circle. Okay, and let it be ts. So if ts, the length of ts is equal to r, which is the length of radius of this circle. Okay, if this is also r, then what happens? Then what happens is that the angle inscribed here, which we can say theta, ratio of this angle theta to the whole rotation, which is 360 degree, will be in the ratio of r divided by whole circumference, which is actually 2 pi r, isn't it? So these two could be cancelled, and in that way, by this equation, we can see that 360 degree is equal to how much? 360 degree divided by theta will be equal to 2 pi. Or we can say 180 degree divided by theta is equal to pi. It means theta is 180 degree divided by pi. And then how much is pi? We know that pi is 3.14. So this angle theta will be something which will be equal to 1 radian. So that is the definition of angle, which is radian. So the full rotation of a circle is equal to 2 times pi. It means 2 times 3.14. Okay, maybe around 6.28. So that is the very definition of pi. Why I have explained pi? Because pi will be used everywhere, and you should not use pi without knowing